I had a really interesting moment last year where I literally rang Hazel, my business partner, and I said, I want to get out of real estate. I'm over it. Done. Just, do you want to buy my shares out? And it was purely based on, I was getting trolled a bit. Like, you just get fuckheads that just so, that literally just, you go, like, I'm just trying to make a living, right? And you do things like, you post sales, you do these things, and people just want to, like, Australia's really bad for it, like tall poppy syndrome. And they just chop your legs out. Like, you know, if you're successful, that's shit. Why would you be successful? You're a real estate agent, you're not tertiary educated, all these sort of things. And it's, I really struggled with it. So I went for a bit where I just went, bugger it, I can't even be bothered with it. But Mariana, who's my EA, who's amazing, she said, I just want to remind you of something. We look at where every lead comes from. So whether they come from seller leads and also buyer leads, but only from our seller leads. She goes, I just want to remind you, we've sold $2 million worth of GCI last year, straight leads from Instagram. And I was like, that's a really good point. But it's, so I've got to step it up again.
Yeah. Have you ever met a hater that's doing better than the person that they're hating?
No, not really.
No, doesn't happen, right? So you got to think about that from the outset, right? The second thing is you've got to analyze the behavior of someone that has a go on you on social. Like, it didn't happen 20 years ago, because 20 years ago, if someone said that person risked getting a punch in the face.
Yeah.
But anonymously on social media, like, I can do things, right? And I'm not accountable for it. But if that person wins, he loses $2 million worth of fees. That's the issue.
It's interesting though, like it's, like I literally was ready to get out. I'd had enough. I'd been, you know, outward facing, going to open homes. And the funny thing is, most people that go to opens that see real estate agents, they want to hate you before they know you, right? And so I started to get a bit sick of trying to show people that I'm not a bad person, and you know, that's quite taxing. And it was funny, for the first time in my life, I went and saw a psychologist last year, and she was like epic. And what she basically said to me was, she goes, you're just thinking about this real estate as a bad industry. Every industry has that. And she went through these examples. She's like, are there bad priests out there? And I was like, yeah, good point. Are there bad lawyers out there? Are there bad doctors out there? It's just every industry. Just do your best and who cares? If people are judging you before they even know you, that's on them, not on you. And you should actually feel sorry for them. And so genuinely now I've trained my brain to go, geez, I feel sorry for you. Like, if they're really rude or something at an open home, I kill them with kindness now and go, I wonder what must be going through their life right now to have to be acting like that to someone they don't know. And that's given me this clarity, and I've fallen back in love with real estate again after that.
And it's, thank you for being so honest and sharing that, because on the surface, I would think the majority of the real estate industry across Australia think you're a rock star, right? That's what they would think, right? You know, nice properties, you know, nice everything, even your social's nice, and then you get a few people online. Often you'll find, particularly the TikTok, because the way TikTok works is you don't actually really get a following, you get tourists that like a post and move on, whereas with the others you do actually form a little bit of a community. But I think, welcome to Teflon, the Teflon Club. You know, I think Teflon's good. I think Velcro's bad.
But back to social, it's so I spend, VPA is $5,000 per property for leads, and the amount of leads we're getting at the moment, it almost becomes too hard to follow up. So the only way to do it is through data, right? So I use a company called, so I can now go, it's pretty wild. So I've imported all of my data in through Facebook, through Meta. We've got a 75% connection rate to all people's social media accounts that's filtered through my database. So we're now doing it with sellers and...
Attention staff, the social club has a sausage sizzle.
How good.
Food is available here. Thank you.
Fucking.
There you go, mate. Things have moved up.
There you go, good, mate. Shit, the conditions are better here. Wasn't like that when I was here, I want to let you know. We bought our own food.
And yeah, so every property we list now, I can go and get all of the data from the last year, per price specific and area specific, put it straight into Facebook, which goes into my Instagram. And on realestate.com, domain.com, across every property, I'm probably getting anywhere between 20 and 40 leads per campaign. Through my social medias, I'm getting between 100 and 300 leads.
Goals. So, mate, that's given you a test ride of the Real Estate Gym. In the Real Estate Gym, we've got all the information you need to succeed, whether it's prospecting, listing presentations, scripts, dialogues, how to actually have the best templates and have a process-driven business. You can join the Real Estate Gym. The doors are open now, and it is less than one coffee a day as an investment.